Welcome to this brief tour. We're on the middle section of the avenue, that you can see its path there as it goes up towards Stonehenge, which comes into view now. Now if I pan back, you'll see just how far away things are. Stonehenge is on the rise now, so we're about to disappear down and be out of view. There's the barrow there that's in the field between the avenue and Stonehenge, the Kings Barrow Ridge, and you can see the bank and ditching here of the path of the avenue. You can see it. And now we'll go back clockwise. There's that barrow again, and that's the tree line that's on the back. But here you can see the road, the A303, but before that you can see another little bit of green, different colour, darker green. That's the 18th century road that crosses this landscape, and there's Stonehenge up there on the top. See how far away it looks. We're down pretty much in the bottom of the dip now, and here we are walking the path of the midsummer sunrise and midwinter sunset towards Stonehenge, which is the course of the avenue. And there's the Kings Barrow Ridge there, and you can see the barrow that's in the field. You can see some of the Kings Barrows there. Look at those mounds in the trees. And there's the 18th century trackway, quite clear, as it crosses around towards the Cursus barrows actually. And there's some of the trees on the other side. I can't remember the name of that clump of trees. It has got one. It's definitely, I probably should look it up before doing this narration, but you know me. I'm just showing you what I can see. And there's the Cursus barrows, and the gap in the Cursus there to the right and the top, and the trackway, which runs diagonally across the landscape down to the left there, which heads towards Winterbourne Stoke Barrows. Again, there's the Kings Barrow Ridge, and you can see the undulations. Now this used to be a road where this fence starts, the road we used to travel on, and then looking over, I'm doing this so you can see the barrows on the other side. You can just make out some barrows on the other side in the distance. There's about 5 or 6, maybe even 7 or 8 actually. That's on the other side, and at last we're at the Stonehenge, and you get a view with a few people, so that the timing was right. But this is the view you get if you come up towards the avenue, or from the avenue I should say. Now we're at the trackway looking towards the Cursus barrows and the field where Stonehenge Festival used to happen, which I know well. There's the Cursus barrows, so I've been there a few times in my life, and you see the gap heading on towards the gap there. It's hidden behind sort of thing, and you can see that follows the Cursus. So there you are, there's the Cursus barrows, there's the gap where the Cursus is, and from the top of the left hand side of trees you can see the banking and ditch coming down of the Cursus. Now that would have been apparent when it was dug. It would have been white, glowing white. You can see it meets the diagonal trackway here, and here you can see the bank, some of the bank and ditching heading up towards there, and the Cursus barrows once again, barrows on the skyline on the ridge, so they can be seen from a long way away. Carrying on looking north, heading towards looking northish now. And there you are, the Kings Barrow Ridge, the barrow in the field below Stonehenge, the trees on the other side, and Stonehenge has nearly disappeared. We're on the Cursus, sort of the north side of Stonehenge, and it's almost disappeared. It does actually disappear. I'm not sure that I filmed it. And you see the trackway, the Cursus barrows, Just giving you a sort of 360. The gap where the Cursus goes through, and there you go. You can see the bank and ditching on this side. It goes right the way down. It's so long, the Cursus. I'm just amazed. I mean, there you go. We're not even at the end of it. There, far corner. That's the end of it. That would be how long it is. And when it was first done, it would have been glowing white, as you'll see in a little while. And you can see some of the Barrow Ridge line there. That's pretty close, isn't it? And there, again, from the Barrow Ridge, and way, a nice surprise. And no, it's not one of those mushrooms. There you go. You can see that's the bedrock. That's what it would have all looked like. And that's me standing on 5,000 years old exposed land. The barrow there in the centre, not in the centre but in that gap, the Barrow Ridge. And here we're looking back towards Stonehenge, which has virtually disappeared now. Can you make it out? Sort of the left hand side of the screen, gone. I just thought it was a nice sunset, so I thought I'd pan round, but Stonehenge has disappeared. It's there on the left, right on the left of the screen. It's disappearing as the sun's going down, which is interesting. Now this is curious, look at this. They've made people walk a massive ring, mostly anti-clockwise, around Stonehenge. Now can you imagine the kind of energy the crystals in the stones are picking up when all this is going on? Remember, they hold the information from when they were first crystals in the stone. And this is what goes on a daily basis.